Hello and welcome to another vlog of mine where cheeky with me for a weekend I spent with my lovely parents in London. We went at the end of May, sorting on Friday, May 26th, and yeah, we just arrived in South Kensington and stayed there in a really lovely hotel, and then of course we had to try some scones. My mom always made them at home, but we never had like real British ones. So this was pretty much the first thing we did. And then we just kept walking around and did some window shopping and yeah, just got familiar with like the neighborhood we stayed in. And we had a really quick break at the Natural History Museum. We didn't really went in just to pee. It was so lovely outside. We didn't want to spend the day in the museum, but we probably gonna come back another time to London, and then when it's not that beautiful outside, we really want to go there. After walking around, we had a little snack time. Because back home I got some tickets for a candlelight concert shown at the Central Hall there in Westminster with the music of Hans Zimmer, and it was really beautiful. You were allowed to take pictures and videos of the last music session, last song, and yeah, it just was really beautiful. Afterwards we went on a walk and saw Big Ben and Westminster Abbey and London Eye, and it wasn't really touristic, so this was really beautiful, and we just kept walking until the sun came down, and then we drove back home, and this was our first lovely day in London. The next morning we drove to Waterloo Station, I guess. I'm not really sure anymore. And there we got breakfast. I had my first proper English breakfast, but like in the vegan version of it. And then, as you can see right now, we did a guided bike tour through London, which was really cool. I would definitely tell anyone about it. It just was easy to drive the bike, of course, and then we just saw pretty much all the touristic signs and had to stop at the pub, and it was lovely people, and like the vibe and everything was really great, and you didn't have to walk as much. And in the end we did some graffiti, which was also like really fun. I didn't know that, and yeah. It was a really lovely day. The weather the whole weekend was so beautiful. We stopped at Queen Smith. It's like a grocery store, supermarket, and there was like a coffee, and we had some lunch, and then we took the bus to Notting Hill. Yeah. In Notting Hill, we walked around and just looked at all the beautiful houses and streets, and yeah, I did feel more in love than I've already have. And I really wanted to go to one touristic spot, and it's the Notting Hill bookstore. But it was so crowded, which I understand. Everybody wanted to take some pictures in front of it and inside of it, and yeah, as you can see, it was just too many people, at least for me. We had some coffee time, some iced coffee, and my dad and I did some people watching, which I love to do with him. We're always good at it and we always do it. And yeah, afterwards we did some shopping and, you know, just walking around and spending the rest of the evening, the afternoon, the evening in Nottingham. And yeah. After walking around the whole day, we decided to take a stop at the cinema in Nottingham. It is one of the oldest in London, and it's amazing. It's so beautiful. The atmosphere there is chef kisses, and yeah, we watched Ariel and had a really lovely day. Yeah, and then we just also drove back home. I think we stopped at a pub at some point, and this was day 2. And the next day we started with a run in Kensington Garden and like Hyde Park section, and it was again really beautiful weather. Afterwards we had some breakfast tea and some raspberries and took a stop at Joe's juice bar, and then walked back to Kensington Garden because we had like a slot to eat at Kensington Palace, which was really lovely. We did some tea time / breakfast there, and it was really good, and I don't know, just a really cool experience. Then we of course went to Oxford Street and were walking around there in Chinatown. For lunch we did went back to South Kensington because on the first day we found a really cool slot there, and we had some amazing Lebanese food, and after some coffee and cakes at Farmer's Girls, I guess. And we went to Marylebone to get down bookstores. I fell in love, and afterwards we had some apparel and a really lovely day in London. Our last day we started with breakfast in Nottingham again at Farmer's Girls, and yeah, I love that my parents go to their kind of spots with me. And then we kept walking around Nottingham. We did really love it there, and yeah. Around at the early afternoon, we went back to South Kensington and checked out of our hotel and spent some time at Kensington Garden, where we just people watched and read, and my mom took some naps, and yeah, just spent our whole last few hours in London pretty slow, which was really cool. And I was really sad that we're leaving. I could have really stayed much longer, my parents also. And then at the airport our flights got delayed and the food wasn't it. So I wasn't in a really good mood. I was really sad that we're leaving, and then the food and our flight being really late, and yeah. But in the end of the day we catch our plane, even though it was more than 2 hours delayed, and had a really lovely sunset and drove back home, which was really cool. Yeah, thank you for watching it. I hope you have a great day.